seniors, the senior from Bingham, the senior from Layton. Mazzarese has a record of 30-7. His opponent, Erickson, has a record of 35-4. So it's always fun to see two seniors get in the state finals, Mike.
Absolutely. 189 pounds. As we get bigger, the game changes. Don't see as many the big low-level kind of single-leg shots that you see in the smaller weights. Now it's a game of tie and try to force the other wrestler out of position and fatigue. Try to create fatigue among the wrestler with the kind of pressure that I can put on his head, and or move him into a bad position. So here we go. Both pretty active, both pretty strong wrestlers. Just trying to get a hold of each other and get a position there, get some pressure there, see what they can make develop. Erickson not afraid to feint the double leg shot. That's 3-4 feints. Level change, but no really step through. Doesn't penetrate in, but doesn't want to get underneath. Oh, excellent job picking up a single leg, and that developed off the pressure that he was creating. As he pushed and made pressure happen, that single leg developed. He's now got it in the air. Let's see if he can finish. Here we go. The setup was the pressure. The shot was a single leg. Now let's see if he can finish and score the two.
And the higher he can go with that single leg, the better. If he could bring that up, put him on his shoulder, it's going to put his opponent more of a disadvantage. He's going to get the takedown anyway. A great job of sticking with it. Mike, sometimes it's hard to hold a big leg like that that's fighting against her for a while, but he does a great job, holds on. Erickson now leads 2-0.
What do you mean sometimes? It's always hard, especially in a state championship, especially when you got wrestlers that are in this kind of condition. You don't get to the state championship because everybody went fishing. You get here because you beat people. And so here we go, 2 points scored by Layton. Now Mazzarese has got to get out from underneath that, see if he can't get something happening. Good pressure on the part of Erickson.
So we're going to work on the mat here for a minute or two. Mazzarese trying to build a base, get back up on his feet, knowing where he's at on the mat. If he can stay in bounds, try and score where he's already built that base up, but we're out of time. We're going to go to the second period with R.J. Erickson from Layton leading Anthony Mazzarese of Bingham 2-0.
And Dave Tate talks to Erickson, he defers, Mazzarese gets choice, and he wants to go down. So here we go, start of the second period.
Quick sit there by Mazzarese. Mike, you see in the finals, they always have two officials. What's the reasoning behind that?
Just another pair of eyes watching. Unlike other sports, the assistant referee is not actually making calls. The only call he makes is locked hands or grasping of the clothing. But he's there for consultation. You'll notice Dave Tate, who's officiating this, he's got the whistle in his mouth. The other official actually puts his whistle in his pocket. So his job is to mirror the first official and watch and assist and help with out-of-bounds calls, help with time calls, help with control of the mat, the floor of the mat. And if there's a tough situation and the other referee wants to talk about it, he can certainly call his assistant over and he can say, what do you think? But the final decision is still in the hands of that one official. So unlike other sports, it's not really two officials, it's an official with an assistant.
So Erickson keeping great pressure here. Mazzarese really having nowhere to go as we're under a minute here in the second period. Erickson working on some arm bars, going to try and create something where he can get Mazzarese hip one side or the other and maybe get a turn here. And there he's got the arm underneath. Now he brings it back to behind. And so a little more control for Erickson right now. Mazzarese real strong, Erickson not able to hold it there. Trying to get those arms right back out in front of him. We're under 30 seconds here in the second period.
Now you see Erickson coming off the hip a little bit. The thing that I'm looking for, remember stalling says, the rule states that I have to be improving my position regardless of time, position, or score. Well, who's improving at this point in time? Well, there's Erickson. He's doing a nice job. He's got a bar in. He's stepping off the hip. He's swinging his hips out and around, trying to elevate and bring things back. That's not working. Now he comes back. A lot of times the stall call. There we go. We're out of time. We're out of time at the end of round two. So here we go. Erickson, he wants choice. He's going to go down. as we pick that up. But a lot of times what you're looking for, you'll hear the ref or the official or the coach will say, hey, he's hip to hip, he's staying hip to hip. What that means is that the top guy is doing a good job with his hands, controlling hands, but he's not putting himself in any risk by trying to make the turn, by taking the weight off those hips. So now the role has changed. Now Masaryse is on top, Ericsson's on bottom. Let's see if he can build that base. First thing to do is get my hips up, get my base build up. As soon as he does that, Masaryse is back in with a leg, but now he's falling off a little bit. There's not good pressure there. Ericsson's got a leg in charge. Masaryse tries to counter with that leg again. Ericsson's standing up, doing a good job. Now he's got to win a hand fight. Works those hands. There it is. He's out for one point escape. That's a nice job. Nice battle from the bottom on the part of the Leighton wrestler. Now he comes right back in, but there again, not much setup and not a real good shot. He just kind of dove in and didn't really leave his hips underneath, which allowed him to be able to then attack and finish that takedown. So no point scored. He goes down, but we're back up. At least he's being active, but he's not being effective.
And on that shot there, I think that's the fastest I've ever seen a 189-pounder move. As Masaryse countered it, he spun around and was back on his feet in no time flat. There's Erickson with the great kind of bob there, comes around. Masaryse hooks up on a leg. Erickson comes to the leg there and tries to get one of his own. Now tries to come back for the crossface. Can't get anything. Gonna hold on to that leg. Trying to create some distance. Ref says it's getting a little too stale here. Great job. Erickson improves. Just sticks with it long enough to get his two. Now he has a lead of 5-0. We're only 30 seconds away from him walking out of here with the title.
And you notice Dave Tate was starting to signal stalemate. And what he was saying was to the crowd was, I'm not seeing improvement. But he didn't get in a hurry, and then all of a sudden there was improvement. Erickson continued to work around, and finally Masaryse's grip loosened up. Erickson was able to spin and get the 2-point takedown. So now he's up 5-0 going into the last 10 seconds of the third round. And looks like at this point that your 2003 state champion is going to be from Leighton High School. His name is R.J. Erickson, 2003 5A state champion at 189 pounds, R.J. Erickson. Good job, both wrestlers.